So we're talking about the legendary Wu-Tang Clan and their new Hulu show, American Saga. They dropped 3 episodes last Wednesday.
Yes, Wu-Tang Wednesday.
Wu-Tang Wednesday. And
Yeah.
did you get a name? Did you get a Wu-Tang name?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
They were promoting the Wu-Tang show. If you liked like the tweet or whatever, they gave you a Wu-Tang name. And right now, I can't think of what my Wu-Tang name is. I'll have to look it up. I'll post it later. I think it was Bong Bong or something like that.
Bong Bong.
Yeah.
That's a new one right there.
Yeah. Bong Bong. So yeah, I want to say that's what it was. But yeah, I really liked it. Like I liked how I liked how they go from like just the beginning before Wu-Tang, before everything. It's just RZA in the basement of his mom's house, and although that's not really factual, because RZA actually had his own place. Like, I mean, I know it's theatrics out or whatever for television, but like RZA had his own spot that everybody used to go up in. But him going to Iowa or Ohio or whatever it was, that was a true thing when he was a kid. Like that happened back in the day. But yeah, no, everybody used to go up in that spot. But let's break down the characters, who people play what. Anthony.
Yeah, I was just looking up the names. Well, with a lot of this, since these people aren't like Caucasian, they can't just get the immunity that most like people from like Blow and American Made get, the thing where they can tell like real facts and be immune and be able to escape prosecution. A lot of the stuff in this film had to be, the names had to be changed, the situations had to be changed just so that nobody came back to try to arrest the RZA or anybody else associated at that time, is the reason why they changed a lot of stuff, because the state of New York is very petty, as you can see, where they like to drum up charges, especially when it comes to hip-hop artists.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think everybody looks pretty accurate. The guy that plays Raekwon, who was the voice of Miles Morales, he was also in Dope, and he played DJ Shaolin Fantastic in The Get Down, which was an amazing tale of New York hip hop.
I feel like you should give him the same respect you would give a Caucasian male or a white woman. Like earlier when we did the review, so you shouldn't call him the guy. You should call him by his name.
I can't remember his name right now.
You remembered both of the women's name from the earlier review. It's very disrespectful to the Wu.
Is it Shinki or something like that? I can't.
No,
I don't.
No, it's Shamika Moore.
Shamika Moore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shamika Moore.
Yeah. What does he have to do to get you to remember his name?
I just
he was in your favorite. He was in your favorite Spider-Man movie.
What?
And now he's representing one of your favorite groups, and you won't even remember his name. But you remember Mindy's name and the lesbian blonde lady from earlier.
It's hard to pronounce. I was like, how do you say that? I can't remember how. I'm bad at reading sometimes. Okay, give me a break. I was in special ed classes.
Yeah, whatever.
So yeah, did he? I'm curious to know if he put on weight, or if that's like a fat suit.
A fat suit.
Yeah.
Why do you think it was a fat suit?
Like, because he's usually ripped and athletic looking.
I was trying to find the name of the dude who's playing RZA. Okay, okay. So I don't think it's a fat suit as much as it is oversized. Like people in New York think they could dress, but around this time they were doing the baggy jeans, the baggy coats, the baggy like everything. Like even if you were a medium, you were wearing a 2X.
Right.
Like all of their clothes are super big for no reason. Like it doesn't even like seem cold there, but everybody's dressed like it's the winter.
Right.
Yeah. So it's very hard. It's very hard to tell, and nobody goes to school. So
I think everybody's been graduated. Like this is a time when they graduated college, or graduated high school, or dropped out.
I don't know because it's not all the same age.
What?
They're not all the same age.
Yeah, I know, but I think this is them like out of high school and whatnot. Like this is because they were all out of high school and into their college age years when the Wu-Tang happened.
I don't know about that because they're all younger than A Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
Because in the show, Tribe Called Quest gets signed, and they're younger than Tribe Called Quest.
Right. What did you think about that episode with Tribe?
Was Tribe in the episode?
Well, yeah. Did they have a Tribe? No. No, it wasn't Tribe Called Quest. It was gosh darn it. Who was the concert with? It was
Are you talking about the freaking the guys with dreads that won the contest?
Yeah, but who was playing that concert though? It was
Eric B.
Rakim. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so did you see real DJs?
Yes.
Because a lot of times you call people DJs that don't even DJ.
We're talking about EDM artists.
You can call them what they want. They're definitely not DJs.
That's what they call themselves.
You don't have to repeat it. You don't have to repeat it. If that's what they call themselves, let them call themselves that. But once you repeat it, you empower them to keep saying it.
Okay. But yeah, what did you like about this show so far? What are you liking about it? With the 3 episodes that they've dropped.
I like how their wardrobe, whoever's doing their wardrobe is actually doing it right. I feel like a lot of times people have mixed wardrobe, and I feel like all of their wardrobe reminds me of stuff back in the 90s. It's not like they're just trying to make it look like the 2000s, but set in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. But didn't the wardrobe people in the Get Down get it right though too?
The wardrobe people in the Get Down did get it right. I didn't say they didn't, but I watch stuff about New York all the time, and what I watched. I watched something the other day about New York, and the people. It's supposed to be set in the 90s, but the people were wearing like clothes like today, or like that horrible Captain Marvel movie. It was supposed to be set in the 90s, but only the beginning of the movie has a correct wardrobe.
Right.
Yeah. So the other thing I liked was that they have a lot of familiar brown faces. Like from the guy playing RZA, his name is Ashton Sanders, and he was in the movie that won Best Picture. It was
Moonlight.
Moonlight. He was a middle kid in Moonlight, and there's this lady named Wendy. I think it's Wendy Nicole Welsh, and she's an actress, and she does like a charity thing where she works with low-income people, like low-income kids, that help them become actors, and he's one of her actors out of Oakland, California.
Okay.
And so he's been doing a lot of great stuff. He was in The Equalizer. He was also in the movie where the aliens come down. I forget. It wasn't very good, but it wasn't his fault. And then was it like everything seemed very, very real. I'm not the biggest fan of Wu-Tang. I'm a bigger fan of Redman and Method Man, but I'm not the biggest Wu-Tang fan. But like their story is very compelling, and so I can't wait. I can't wait to see the next episode because this is actually like good like TV, like a drama, and I feel like most of them that comes on that says it's a drama doesn't have any drama other than self-made drama.
Right.
So like this is like intriguing, and I'm not a Wu-Tang fan, so most of this is new to me. Like 80% of this is brand new to me.
Right, because you didn't watch the documentary that HBO did.
No, but I did watch the documentary on that Michael Rappaport did on Tribe Called Quest. So all these places look familiar because it's all the same areas.
Right.
But I hate New York. It smells. It's gross. The people suck. So yeah.
And as we learned from Late Night.
Huh?
As we learned from Late Night.
Late Night wasn't even like Late Night was so goddamn fake. Ugh.
But yeah, the one reason I liked it is because they had disabled actors or actor in it. The younger brother of one of the guys in it, he's actually disabled. So I thought that was really cool to finally have, like, to have a disabled people actually play disabled people instead of having a brown kid that was in like Malcolm in the Middle, who's not even brown, play a disabled person, or Drake having to play a disabled person who's not actually disabled.
Yeah, Drake is a piece of dookie.
So it was nice to finally see, you know, like I just had watched Late Night, and I was like, where's the disabled people? Where's the people of color that's disabled? And then I watched Wu-Tang, and it was like, here, we have the disabled brown kid right here for you. Like that. Like he's only in 6 episodes though, so that kind of sucks. So I don't know if he gets shot and killed or whatnot, but all I know is he's in 6 out of 10 episodes.
Well, what I'm gonna say, yeah, they should make a movie about the Yin Yang Twins, and then they can have 2 handicapped people play the Yin Yang Twins, because both of the Yin Yang Twins are handicapped.
Right.
So maybe we should write a movie about the Yin Yang Twins, and then cast 2 handicapped people.
Remind me who the Yin Yang Twins?
It's a hip hop group out of Atlanta.
Okay.
Whistle While You Twerk. They got a bunch of songs. They're the ones that came out with that. Came out with a bunch of stuff. They just went on tour with a bunch of early 2000 people. So like they were big in like 2005 to 2012.
Ah.
My phone's gonna die. I'm charging it. No dang it. Okay. So who do you expect to be the reason why they form the Wu-Tang Clan? Do you think it's gonna be based on a murder, or do you think it's gonna be because his brother gets out of jail, or they don't have money?
I mean, his brother, RZA's brother, is basically their manager. He becomes their manager. He handles all the finances. From what happens with the documentary, the Wu-Tang documentary. And
I said, what do you think is going to cause them? Because like right now, they are out of money, so they can't buy any more drugs.
Right.
And they're also beefing with the Jamaicans. Right. Do you think a murder is gonna be how the show says that they start the Wu-Tang Clan, or do you think it's gonna be because RZA tries to get them out the drug game? Because as soon as the brother gets out, he's gonna be like, "I'm going to cop that work, G."
Right. I mean, it'd probably be. I think it's RZA trying to get them out the drug game. Be like, look, we can do this, because what happens is they make that first Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. I want to say that was the first track. It was either that or Cream. That was like their first single, and then that's what they built 36 Chambers off of. They had one song, and it's either Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With, or it's Cream. That was like their first single that was going around Staten Island and New York, that like blew them up like on the East Coast. And like Bobby was the one kind of pushing it out, you know, getting on radio stations and all that. And then that's when they signed with Bad Boy.
That's not gonna happen until like the later episodes. The next 3 episodes are gonna be about his brother getting out of jail and them dealing with the Jamaicans. The next 3 episodes are not gonna be them having a single out.
Right. But all I remember is it was them all hanging out at RZA's place, like doing this, because they were like, he was like, we can do this. So I think the Jamaican thing was like, man, those Jamaican guys were whack. Like, if we come to, like he said that one episode, you know, if we come together, and he has 2 of them already, like working together. You know, yeah, is it Method Man and who else was in that?
Yeah, but you're going off of the documentary.
Right.
This is a TV show. In the TV show, somebody is dying in the next episodes, whether it's going to be the Jamaicans that die or whether it's going to be like another one of their friends that dies. It's not going to follow the path of the documentary, because the documentary is already out, so they had to change things in order for it to be a 10-part series. It's not going to be that the next episode comes on, they come up with the song, then they make 36 Chambers, and they call it a done for it to be 10 episodes.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I
don't
know what's going to happen. I mean, what's your predictions?
I asked you first what your prediction was.
I don't know. Like, I think
use your mind. Use your mind.
Mine is them trying to RZA be like, we need to get out the drug game.
No.
I don't know who next. I do think that RZA's sister's gonna get pregnant though.
And RZA's sister's gonna get pregnant?
Yeah.
Well, it's not gonna matter because her mom is cool with drug dealers. So she's gonna be like, at least your baby daddy got a job. Like, I did think it was super stupid that they let the money and the drugs burn up.
Right.
Yeah, for some people that were talking all that stuff about being tough, they sure weren't tough enough to do what they needed to do when the place was on fire.
I mean, my question is how did they not think about that? Like, grab the money, we know where to get out at, like, you know. So I don't know. Like,
let me see. All right, I got 2%. Hold on. Huh?
You got 2%?
I had 30% when we started. Now I got 2%.
Man, you need to get a new phone, bro.
No, I don't. Oh, are you buying me a new phone? Am I getting a Woo phone?
You're getting a Woo phone.
I want a Woo phone. All right, bro. Now I'm on the charger. All right, so this is what I think is gonna happen, right? The brother and the dudes who he became friends with in jail, that he's talking to in solitary confinement.
Right.
I think that they're gonna make a deal to go around the Jamaicans and they are going to start back selling drugs, but they're going to sell drugs in order to raise money so that they can make demos and more CDs.
I think that's actually how it happens, but I can't remember right now.
Yeah. So I think the next 3 episodes are gonna be them, because at some point they have to all come together and watch the movies, and he's gotta sell them on the idea of the movies. I think he does that while they're selling drugs.
Right. I mean, they're all watching those movies though, because in that first episode, it's the little brother, the disabled brother, and them. They're watching kung fu movies. Like they're already on the kung fu kick.
No, I mean, like, as far as, like, okay, the dude that's playing Raekwon, that guy's got to die in order for Raekwon to join that group. That's going to be the guy who brings D-Love and Raekwon together. Like, when that dude's out of the way, then Raekwon will come and they'll stop, like, because he's the only odd man out now.
The driver, the one that was driving, that he's like, when they
the one that was like, I got a place for you to stay.
Right, him.
The one that gave him the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to die. Yeah, once he's out of the way, like, cause he's the biggest hurdle next to the Jamaicans. I feel like the brother is gonna get with the dudes in jail, and they're gonna get a new connect, so that they don't have to mess with the Jamaicans. So they're gonna end up killing that dude either by going to war with the Jamaicans or just killing him, D-Love, because D-Love has the Uzi. He has Raekwon. I feel like that guy is gonna get killed, and then Raekwon's gonna see it as like a sign, because he's got love. Because he's got love for them. Like, you can tell from the funeral, like that big ass reef he brought.
Right.
Yeah. Boom. So I'm excited. Like I feel like these shows like only keep getting better from the New Edition to the to this. Like as long as this stuff isn't on like network TV, the better it gets. Because network TV only makes shitty shows about boring people, and I feel like these shows are doing like they're actually trying to do something, not just trying to follow archetype.
Network though, and the New Edition show is on BET.
The New Edition show was on BET, but after the New Edition show came out, network TV's made a bunch of bullshit ones, like the Aaliyah story, and they made like one about the Chico the Barges or whatever, and they bombed like hell. So this one came out on Hulu.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this had been on ABC, this show would have been like an afternoon special. Like, don't do drugs, kids. Everyone went to jail for racketeering.
Yeah.
Thank God it didn't come out on Amazon, because if it had came out on Amazon, RZA would have been played by Mindy. So boom. Yeah, but I love the show. I can't wait till the next episode. I want to know who dies. Like, if I know who the rappers are, I know who's not gonna die. But the dude with the gap in his teeth is definitely gonna die. And now that you said his brother is a manager, that means he's not gonna die.
Yeah, that's his brother. That he's the one that's like, he was the one behind he's the one that's behind all the Wu-Tang business. Like, he handled all the Wu-Tang business, like, for everyone. Until, like,
that's why I say
5 or 6 years ago.
That's why I say he's got RZA's got to show his brother that music makes more money than drugs in the next 3 episodes before they can get to the point of being like, oh, we got singles now. I feel like he's got to change he's got to bring the brother back to his side, like what happened in Alabama. He's got to do for his brother what his brother did for him.
Right.
Yeah. Because once he does that, and then he has his brother on the side, everything else will fall into place because he'll be given the space to do what he needs to do, and that's when they'll really be cooking in like episodes like 6, 7, 8.
Right.
But somebody's definitely finna die.
Do you think they're gonna give us 2 episodes this week and then 2 episodes next week?
Like, I want more episodes, but I feel like they should only give us 1 episode.
1 episode a week?
Yeah. Like, I don't want it to be like one of those things where it's here today, gone tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. Cause not even like I bet you a lot of New York people, a lot of Wu-Tang fans watched it, but nobody I know has really watched it other than me and you.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't heard very much people talking about it on Instagram or on what's the name other than New York people or like people in the music industry. And that sucks because it's so great. But then when America sees 6 black guys on the front of anything, they just assume, oh, that's a black thing. Why would I watch that?
Right. I mean, I've been a big fan of Wu-Tang since forever. So.
I have not been a big fan of Wu-Tang ever. But I'll watch something if there's a white woman on the front of the thing, if there's a Mexican guy on the front, like I watch everything. But other people, when they see stuff, they're like, oh, that's a race thing. Like, I don't know why they do it. If Tom Cruise is on something, they're not like, oh, that's a white movie. But as soon as they see a brown person, they're like, oh, that's a brown movie.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm excited for this. What do you think's the next thing that they're gonna capitalize on? What story do you think they're gonna capitalize on next?
If they do New York, I hope they do Heavy D. Like, I want them to do somebody that's died, like Heavy D or Craig Mack or Chris Lighty. Like, if it's New York, if it's not New York, I would like for them to make a like a Smokey Robinson movie or a Boys to Men movie or that Belle Biv DeVoe movie or like something like.
Things happening on BET soon. I thought the Belle Biv DeVoe thing's in the works already with BET. Like, I thought BET's like doing like all the R&B stuff, like New Edition, Bobby Brown, Belle Biv DeVoe, Boys to Men.
Where is it at?
I think it's in the works right now. Like, they're filming
because Viacom owns VH1, and VH1 did those horrible movies after New Edition. They did the Aaliyah, and they did something else, and it was fucking horrible. That people were online talking about they need to recast and redo the Aaliyah movie because it was so bad.
Really?
And the same people made Aaliyah made the New Edition movie with a bigger budget.
Oh, who's Aaliyah?
Who's Aaliyah?
Yeah.
The R&B singer that used to be married to R. Kelly that died in a plane crash.
Okay.
Yeah, she married R. Kelly when she was like 16 or something. And then she took a plane with her makeup artist, and somebody else, and the plane crashed, or R. Kelly had the plane brought down. No.
You went out like Ricky
Valens. I would be
down.
There's so many people. I would be down to watch a Hammer movie. I would be down to watch a spinoff of this movie about ODB and his final weeks. Like they could do a movie about ODB when he took MTV on the tour where he was cashing government checks and riding around in a limo and stuff and had his baby mamas and stuff.
Right.
They could do a Dr. Dre movie, like straight about Dre after the NWA. And stuff. They could also do a movie about Queen Latifah. They could do a Tribe movie. They could do a movie about what's the dude from Blackstreet and Rex and Effects? A Teddy Riley movie. Teddy Riley is produced for everybody from Prince to Jay-Z to like everybody in New York. Like there's so many people you can do it. It's just like, will people watch it? Like, because America does not like watching it has brown people starring in it.
But I mean, that that New Edition movie or show, like that series was very popular and it did very well.
You're breaking up. What'd you say?
I said that movie did
Rob?
Yo, can you hear me? You're breaking up. Cool. Hello?
Hello? Rob?
Yo. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
what'd you say?
I said
Yes.
the New Edition show did very well. So,
But the new edition show got played over and over and over again, and it was advertised on Viacom. The new edition, on its own is white America did not watch New Edition just because it was New Edition.
they watched it because
Just like this, huh?
because they watched it because it was on cable network.
Yeah, it was on Viacom, so they played the commercials on VH1, Lifetime, Comedy Central. Like they played the commercials during reality. They played it on all the reality TV shows because that's what Viacom does. They make shitty reality TV shows and then play commercials for their other stuff during the reality TV,
Right.
like Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives, Black Ink Crew, all that bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, they did make that Tupac movie, but it was kind of, I don't know. Did you like that Tupac movie?
Yeah, but the Tupac movie was supposed to be based off an interview, not based off of Tupac.
Right.
Yeah, and another thing, like a perfect example of this is Friends. Friends is not original in any sort of fashion. There was a show called Living Single with Queen Latifah that was on before Friends and during Friends, and Friends repeatedly stole ideas that were on Living Single and then made episodes about it weeks later. White America watches Friends, but they don't watch Living Single.
Right. I watched Living Single.
And they stole hundreds of ideas.
Back in the day, I think I watched more Living Single than I watched Friends. I didn't watch. Yeah. I watched Friends. Like I was like, oh, I've really never seen Friends, so I binged watched Friends. But I watched when it was out. I watched Living Single more than I watched Friends.
Like Friends is not a good show. The only reason why it's a good show is because Friends edited out all minorities.
Right.
Yeah. So like that's the way America is. They're like overtly racist. Like so it's like they'll watch bad movies just because there's white people in it. But they won't watch good movies because they're black movies. Look at what's the stupid movie that just came out last year, The Green Book. Like white if there wasn't a white driver or Viggo Mortensen in The Green Book, no white people would have went to go watch it. No white people are going to watch a movie based on Mahershala Ali. If they see Mahershala Ali on the poster by itself without there being a recognizable white face, it wouldn't have been a success.
You don't think his success with Moonlight and that whole thing was a reason?
No. I think The Green Book was one of the worst overtly racist thing. Like I put Green Book up there with the racism of Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was just so overtly racist that people just were like, oh, it's racist, but we don't care. And there's no like racist thing for people to focus on in this movie. It's like Lord of the Rings is super successful because the only black characters are evil. Like only the orcs, the only dark people in Lord of the Rings are the orcs, and the orcs are the evil ones. Orcs and the trees are the only are the only people that aren't white in that movie.
Right.
And Peter Jackson isn't even American. He's a foreigner that came over here and directed the movie and said he wanted no black people or minorities in the movie. So far as there was an Indian chick that tried to be a background person, and he told the Indian chick that she had to leave.
That's messed up.
And those movies are so boring. I wouldn't want anybody from the Lord of the Rings come to save me from anything. Not a fire, gun shooting, nothing.
Yeah, but no, I think Hulu's doing good though. Like Hulu's doing. Do you think it's going to change though? Now that Disney has their hands in the pot.
Yes. When Disney comes, PC non-sexual bullshit.
Like I think because that Wu-Tang Clan thing was in the works before Disney had any piece of, because they have the only reason why they have a hand in Hulu now is because they own Fox's shares of Hulu.
Well, they always owned 33% of it because ABC was one of the initial investors.
Okay.
Yeah. And ABC, if you look at the type of shit that ABC puts on, that's the type of shit that's going to be on Hulu now. It's just bullshit, like the same archetypes. Middle of the road chick, giving everything, and she makes her own problems at 7. Middle of the road white guy makes his own problems at 8. A reality TV show that's not based in reality whatsoever at 9. That's all ABC does. They put on the same stuff over and over and over again. Their fall lineup is the same remixes of the same crap. They never do anything different, and that's what Hulu's going to be.
I think they did The Neighbors, or that might have been NBC. I can't remember, but The Neighbors with Cedric the Entertainer, and it was the girl from from Two Broke Girls.
Yeah.
And the guy from who's that? From New Girl. That show was actually really good. I thought because I mean, did you watch it?
That show was bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, that was just a show to make white people feel better.
I mean, I thought it was good because it was Cedric the Entertainer. Like character was, I can't see you anymore. Cedric the Entertainer's character, like he kind of had the same. He has the same like qualms as you. Like he's and he was like showing like just because you're the only white person in this neighborhood, this is like this is how we've been living for years, and so I think it really showed like it really showed the voice of brown America.
No, it didn't at all. They made a show about gentrification and didn't talk about gentrification at all on the show.
It did.
No, it didn't. It made it seem like gentrification is just you get a nice new neighbor that moves in and y'all might have a couple of like small issues, but there's no overlying issues. Like the whole show is just is another one of those white guilt shows. They put on a show that barely even touch any real subjects and they just tidy everything up in 30 minutes.
Not even the final episode? Where they go to the golf course?
I didn't watch the whole season.
You should definitely watch that last episode.
Definitely not watching it.
I think you would find it interesting.
No. I can drive through my own neighborhood and see gentrification, and I've never seen gentrification that fun or happy. It doesn't exist. And the goddamn guy who put that show on TV raped sexually assaulted over 32 women. So yeah, I'm not gonna do another one of these Les Moonves shows. Miss me on that one. I already do Big Brother. Come on.
Did he put Big Brother on?
Yep, and that's why his wife is the host. Cause she got sexually assaulted, but she got a ring. Like if CBS wants me to watch a show, how about you put a show on TV where it's actually told from the black perspective, and it's not about it being a family of drug dealers or a family of of brown people that are like, okay, cool, we're over that. Like there's a lot of people out here who have been fucked over repeatedly, and I feel like white America doesn't care, and whenever they make these TV shows, they miss the point because there's nobody in the room making like the guy next door, the guy that moves into the neighborhood is a racist. It's never an attractive 30-something-year-old with his new blonde wife. Those people never move in. It's domestic violence white people or it's angry white people. It's never happy-go-lucky white people. Those people never move in. It's always somebody who doesn't want to be there, they don't want to be talked to, and they don't want to be fucked with. And they make it known that they don't like brown people. Like, everything's cool until they leave their garage open one day and there's swastikas and Confederate flags everywhere. Like CBS makes it fucking bullshit. And then whenever they make shows, they make sure to scare people into thinking that brown people and Latino people are pieces of shit. And so they've been doing that for decades, and now they make these shows that are just like, oh, watch this because this is our best effort. Like your effort means nothing. The show, like even Cedric the Entertainer, is just on that show for a paycheck. You tell me when's the last time Cedric the Entertainer did something of relevance that wasn't just for a paycheck that he's getting off his name?
Right. No, because that whole show is based. The whole show has people that are on that show from other canceled shows, like Two Broke Girls, New Girl, whatever. Cedric Entertainer, but Cedric Entertainer, he's in The Last OG. So,
well, you tell me when Cedric Entertainer turns down the check. You can get Cedric Entertainer to do anything for a check. As long as you pay Cedric Entertainer, he will be there. You want Cedric Entertainer to be angry? He'll be there. Pay him a check. You want him to be funny? He'll be there. Give him a check.
What do you think about Last OG?
I don't really care for Tracy Morgan or New York City, so there's not enough there for me to keep watching.
Okay.
I tried. I gave it like a season and a couple episodes, but like it's not memorable. Like when I turned it off, like I'm like. It didn't change my thought process on anything. And Tracy Morgan is not funny to me.
Right.
He's kind of an asshole in real life too. So I'm not a Tracy Morgan fan. He's the worst brown person that's ever been on Saturday Night Live. He's not up there as the brown Saturday Night Live people, as he's not a Chris Rock, he's not an Eddie Murphy, he's not even a Kenan Thompson or a Leslie Jones. He's down there with Chris Nealon or Chris No. He's shit. He is not funny. Only time he was funny is when he was on Martin.
Okay.
And I haven't seen him before. Oh, and he might have been funny in the Chris Rock movie that he made with Rosario Dawson. He was funny in that, but he's not funny, and he's always been kind of an asshole to me. He is a perfect example of why I don't like people from New York.
Okay.
He just embodies that whole BS attitude. I'd rather be somewhere else if those people are the people hanging out. I don't hang out with those people. He's a dick.
But would you hang out with the comic book men?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'd hang out with Hobson, and I'd hang out with Leslie Jones.
Right.
Those are my kind of people. I wouldn't hang out with Cedric the Entertainer either. I like Cedric the Entertainer as a king of comedy, but after that, I'd hang out with him over Steve Harvey, but he's super cool with Steve Harvey, so I wouldn't hang out with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all I have to talk about. We talked about the Woo. We talked about Um, talked about
Tracy Morgan.
We talked about what we would like to see come. I really want to do a show with the kid from Wu-Tang Clan. Like, I saw that kid. It's like, I want to write a show for him, like, as the main star, not like a cameo.
What do I keep telling you? They're giving out money for brown paper sacks full of shit. All we got to do is write it and get it to people, and they will give us a brown paper sack full of shit. Like, and they don't even want anything in return. Look how many plot holes were in fucking late night. They don't even care. They're not even watching these movies. Nobody at Amazon watched that movie before they put it on Amazon. They couldn't have. They couldn't have.
They were like Mindy and Anna Thompson. Yeah, whatever. They know what they're doing. Like, we don't have to baby them.
No, fuck that. Somebody should have been in there like, hey, we need some reshoots. That movie definitely needed some reshoots. Like, we got to tie up some storylines in the middle of it. Like, I haven't seen a movie with that many plot holes since Endgame.
Well, are we going to talk about the Eddie Winslow show movie?
Well, we can talk about it when I get back. I need to go to see my pharmacist and go by Hot Topic.
Boom. You should. Okay.
But before we go to the movies tomorrow, let's just do what's the name before the movie.
Okay. See, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Brown Man Ant put it on the schedule. We're going to talk about Eddie Winslow's movie of where he becomes a player.
Eddie Winslow from Family Matters took on the legacy of his father.
Yes, and it was one of the best, worst movies we've ever seen.
It was way better than Late Night.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch that movie again.
Me too.
But remember when the dude from Onyx Sticky Fingers, who was the TV Blade, she hit him with a brick and he was like, "Ow!" and it went to sleep. He's like, "Ow, girl."
The one that looked like T.I.
Yeah, he did actually look like T.I. I'll give you that one. You got one.
I got one.
You got one.
One,
Rob.
Was it T.I.? I think it was T.I. though.
No, that was Sticky Fingers from Onyx.
Okay.
Yeah. Boom. All right. Closing remarks.
Wu-Tang show is really good. If they keep going forward with stuff like this, I think it will be good. I hope Disney doesn't mess it up, but we always know that they always shit in the bed.
Disney's not gonna sell Wu-Tang toys. If Disney can't sell toys for it, Disney does not give a shit.
I would buy the Wu-Tang toys.
I would too. If they weren't racist.
Like,
it can't be no Sambo dolls. I don't want no Wu-Tang Sambo dolls like they did with the Ewok dolls. I don't want no Wu-Tang Ewok dolls and they're like, oh, it's Wu-Tang. Did y'all just repurpose this Star Wars shit? No, it's Wu-Tang. Like, fuck you, Disney.
I want a Raekwon the Chef one with him and his whatever he cooks with in that scene when he's cooking. Like a burner and like a black and a glass bowl. That he just.
Oh, you want to cook crack?
Yeah.
Are you trying to cook crack? I'll show you how to cook crack.
Yeah. I mean, I've cooked crack before in a game called Payday 2. Like I had to learn how to like that. The whole mission is like the cops are like at the door, and you have to like the chemists are dead. You killed the chemists, so you have to cook crack, and you have to go get like the different ingredients and put them in the thing and make it, and then you have to take it to the truck or to the van. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite missions, and that's on the Nintendo Switch. You play that on the Nintendo Switch, which that was a family entertainment system back in the 80s. You couldn't play anything that had drug related things on the Nintendo. You couldn't even have blood. The first Mortal Kombat didn't have blood. Like, that's why it sold better on the Genesis, because the Genesis had a code so where you could turn the blood on, and you couldn't do fatalities in the first one on the Super Nintendo. like back in the day.
Boom.
So
I think I remember.
So yeah, so Nintendo's come a long way of letting crazy things happen in video games these days. So kudos for Nintendo. I want a Wu-Tang game. Somebody make that Wu-Tang game. Somebody needs to to make a Wu-Tang.
Well, we need to find out what the schedule is for Wu-Tang, and we need to go live after the Wu-Tang. After we watch it,
okay,
we need to go live, and we need to help. We need to help the Wu-Tang do his we need to start hashtag give Wu-Tang a chance.
Give Wu-Tang a chance.
So that all these people that have these preconceived notions about black characters can not every black character has to be a piece of shit or over holy person. Like, it can just be regular people going through regular stuff. Like, everybody can understand trying to make your bills at the end of the month, having multiple kids by multiple baby daddies, like living in a world that's not perfect. Like we got to get out of this thing of where everything's got to be the character's got to be perfect, and then they're thrown into a world that's imperfect. Like, these people came up in an imperfect world. Like, they came up in the real New York, not the gentrified New York, the real New York.
Right.
Yeah. Like, fuck these boring ass shows. I'm so fucking tired of it. I saw there's this dude from Walking Dead. His name was Jesus on the show. Like, he's in another one of these superstitious your dad was a murderer, so he's a murderer, but he dresses in nothing but LL Bean bullshit shows. And I'm like, they spend all this money to make this show, and there's so much out here about real stuff that they can make about real people that live in the real world that they just keep writing bullshit that nobody wants to fucking watch.